All right, guys, in this video, I'm gonna show you the hands down best strategy to make an extra $500 a day trading on Pulse with Axiom Pro. Now, I recently switched over from Bullx and Nova because Axiom is just an all around better platform, faster, cheaper, pays you Solana as you trade. It's invite only, so I'm gonna leave an access code in the description below. I'm gonna be breaking down the filters that I use, the fee settings, and risk management depending on how much money you're gonna be trading with, as well as some of the best tips that I've learned from some of the best traders in the space, averaging anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 a month in meme coins. These are the same strategies that helped me get to multiple six figures in crypto. So let's just jump straight into the video. All right, guys, so you can see my Pulse tab looks a little bit slower than usual. What's going on here? So before I dive into any trading strategies, let's set the stage. The market's been kind of a mess lately. Meme coins in particular are struggling. I've been glued to my screen, trading daily, and even for someone like me who's deep in this, it's been a grind. And as you can see here, this is my Twitter tracker, and you can see the way that it's split up here. I use a browser called Vivaldi to make that happen. And this Twitter monitor pulls tweets from the same nodes as actual Twitter. So we get tweets just as fast, or if not faster than Twitter with this Twitter monitor. It's faster than Axiom Twitter tracker, Bullx Twitter tracker, any other Twitter tracker out there. And you can have access to this in my Discord group. I will leave a link in the description. Also, I have a free course breaking things down, so don't miss out on that as well. That said, things are starting to pick up. Each day, the market is showing signs of life and opportunities are slowly picking back up as well. Now, if you're selective, there's still money to be made even in this choppy markets. So how do you navigate it? So for beginners or anyone not seasoned in the meme coin game, jumping in without filters is a disaster waiting to happen. The space is flooded with garbage, scams, dead tokens, you name it. It's overwhelming and it's risky. Thankfully, there's a way to cut through the noise, and that's with filters. These are custom settings that I've developed myself because frankly, I can't stand sifting through useless clutter and bullshit. Now, this is something that I haven't seen widely shared, but they work for me and I'm gonna walk you through them. So first though, a quick detour for total newbies. You can't just hop into Axiom Pro and start trading blind. You'll need some context. So if you haven't already, check out Pump Fund. It's a platform where meme coins get launched. Once a coin hits a specific market cap, let's say 70K, it bonds to Radium. And from there, it could skyrocket or it could crash to zero. That's the ecosystem that we're playing in. There are tons of YouTube videos explaining Pump Fund and Radium in detail. I even go over it in depth in my course, so I'm not gonna bore you with that here. My focus today is simply helping you filter out the junk. So step one, filtering the new pairs tab. Here's the trick. Set a maximum age of 3 to 5 minutes depending on volume on new pairs. Why? We only want to see what's moving right now. Stale tokens older than that, they're useless. But even with this, you'll still see a flood of coins, most of them dead on arrival. To fix that, add a minimum market cap filter of $9,000. This weeds out the total flops. Think about it. Without filters, you're drowning in tokens that hit the scene a minute ago and are already irrelevant. With a $9,000 minimum, you'll spot coins that are a bit older but still active, though they might be slow cooks. That's a different strategy, one I don't love in this market. I'm not into slow cooks. I thrive on volume and momentum. This approach is about jumping into coins with real action, live narratives that are popping off, not betting on dead tokens and praying for a miracle. With these filters, you're lasering in on what's trending. Right now, for example, I'm seeing a few tokens over $9,000 market cap from the last 5 minutes. Everything else is either too small or too old. This clarity lets you catch waves early. These are tokens that launch and start moving immediately. So of course, scams are still a risk. I've made plenty of videos on dodging those. I'll touch on that later, but for now, let's stick with filters. They're gonna be your foundation. So the next step is the final stretch tab. Without filters, this is gonna be a wasteland as well, with a bunch of farms and dead coins. To clean it up, set a maximum age of 20 minutes depending on the market vibes. In a dry market, stretch it to 30 if you're desperate for more options. Then layer on a minimum market cap of $15,000 and a minimum volume of $15,000. This combination is gonna make sure that you're only seeing coins with some type of pulse. No pun intended. Ones that have at least $15,000 in market cap and trading activity within that time frame. So no more staring at motionless junk. look. Now look, these coins are moving. Some might have already pumped and dumped, but they still got action. You don't need to blindly FOMO in, just use this as a starting point for research, because fast moving coins deserve a closer look. So in a hot market, even these filters might leave you with a crowded list. So if you want to narrow it down further, bump the minimum to 25K for both market cap and volume. Keep the age at 15 minutes and bam, suddenly you're down to 1 or 2 high volume standouts. For instance, I'm seeing a token tied to a mid-tier narrative right now. It's not grabbing me, market's dead anyway, probably because half the traders are asleep, but these filters strip away the noise so you can focus on what's fresh and actionable. So the next one you're going to want to look at is Migrated. Now in Migrated, for this strategy, we're only going to put a minimum market cap of $25,000. Usually I like to see stuff that hold up a little bit more, but in this market we tend to see coins dip a lot after migration and then start to pick back up. So you don't want to miss out on those. So I'm going to lower it for Migrated only to 25,000 and keep it at that. Now everything else I don't really like to filter out, because you can see most of these analytics under each token, right? Dev sold, bundles, everything that you need to see, whether it's a red flag or not. So we just want to use these filters as to what will stand out. So filters are going to get you through the door, but they don't tell you the whole story. You got to analyze what's left. I covered this in depth in other videos, but here's the quick version. 1. Check the holders. This is huge. Holders reveal whether a coin's a legit or a scam. Look at their Solana balances. If every wallet's holding tiny, identical amounts, it's a red flag. That's a bundler. One person using dozens of wallets to fake demand and hoard up the supply. So skip it. Another thing you want to pay attention to is organic distribution. So compare what we just talked about with wallets that hold varied amounts, say 0.2 to 0.4 to 7 sol, 10 sol, all different balances and actual trading bots, right? So it will show pro traders if it's an actual trading bot. These are people that are trading on Trojan, Photon, Bullx, Axiom as well, right? Pro traders. Now that's a sign of real organic activity. Now it's not a guaranteed winner, but it's not an obvious scam either. And then the last thing is you want to check the chart. Pull up the 1-second chart, and if you see this weird spiky pumps in a single tick, that's likely that a coin is bundled. So if a coin is bundled and you see it bundled all the way to 10, 20, 100K, that's scam city. You want to avoid those. So once you filtered out the trash and dodged all these scams, now what? Deciding what to buy takes effort as well. So it's going to be a lot of research and screen time. There's no shortcut to this. On Axiom Pro, if you see a lot of scammy devs, you can take their whole wallet address and add them to your block list, and they won't even show up in your pulse anymore. So this will rule out tokens automatically and keep your focus sharp. Say a coin pops up like this one here, no clue what it is. Okay, then search it, copy the name, hit the website or the X and see if it's original. Turns out this coin has been done to death. So I'm gonna pass on this one. Next, you're gonna check out another coin. Okay, holders look pretty fishy, insider vibes everywhere. I'm gonna skip out on this. Sometimes you're gonna see coins like this that are just a copycat. You're gonna see this over and over and over. They just make the same coins all the time off of one narrative. Those are coins that you're gonna skip as well. So after a while, you'll develop a sixth sense of what's worth chasing. Fresh, unique narratives are gonna start to stand out to you. And yeah, there's more to it. There's wallet tracking, there's Twitter trends, Elon tweets sparking 30 different knockoff coins. Filters help you sift through the chaos, but research is what picks the winner. So guys, I've traded alongside professionals pulling in over $100,000 a day on meme coins, even scam ones. And one big takeaway is that confidence matters. Don't just buy because something's moving. Buy because it's fresh, because it's priced right, and you know that it got legs. Newbies, you're gonna misjudge this a lot, so just start small to mitigate how much you're probably gonna lose on your learning curve. And then veterans, your challenge is execution, not confidence. Okay, so if you miss the entry, wait for the dip. So for example, let's say you're researching a coin that jumps to $25,000 market cap while you're digging. Set a target based on past similar runs. You're gonna notice plays with a certain narrative only reach and top out at 200K or 500K, or this type of narrative usually goes to $1 million. You'll have an idea of where to set your target and scale in.
So maybe you start with half a SOL now and another half a SOL at a 20% pullback. And then you take profits as it nears your goal, okay? And then that experience builds this intuition and your market IQ.
All right, guys, so that's a strategy that you can use to make an extra $500 a day. Now, take it easy, use risk management, and I hope you guys got some value from this video. I'm gonna be posting a lot more, so stay tuned, like the video, subscribe, and join the community. We have a full course going from A to Z, everything meme coins, community, tools, everything you need so that you can make it this cycle. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.